Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, I thought we would take an early look at a Cole Porter musical. So this is going to be kind of the era of Cole Porter, 1934 and on, with the first being a shipboard farce. So get ready as we set sail on Anything Goes. So, Anything Goes is a musical with music and lyrics by Cole Porter, and the original book being a collaborative effort by Guy Bolton and P.G. Wodehouse. The story concerns madcap antics aboard an ocean liner bound from New York to London. Billy Crocker is a stowaway in love with heiress Hope Harcourt, who is engaged to Lord Evelyn Oakley. Nightclub singer Reno Sweeney and Public Enemy number 13, Moonface Martin, aid Billy in his quest to win the love of Hope. Since its 1934 debut at the Alvin Theatre, which is now known as the Neil Simon Theatre on Broadway, the musical has not only been revived several times in the United States and Britain, but also has been a long popular choice for school and community theater productions. The first draft of the show was called Crazy Week, which then became Hard to Get, and finally ending with Anything Goes. The original plot was not well received, involving a bomb threat, a shipwreck, and human trafficking on a desert island. When a real-life fire broke out on board the passenger ship the SS Morro Castle, causing the deaths of 138 passengers and crew members, Vinton Friedley, who is the show's producer, judged that to proceed with a show on a similar subject would be in great distaste, and insisted on immediate changes to the script. At the time of the script change, both Bolton and Wodehouse were both in England and unable to oversee the new direction of the show. So, Friedley turned to his director, Howard Lindsay, to write a brand new book. With a brand new revision to the show, Anything Goes would open at the Alvin Theatre on November 21st, 1934. Despite only running for 420 performances, the show would become the fourth longest running musical of the 1930s. In 1962, at the Orpheum Theatre, the production would see its first revival in 28 years. For this revival, the script was revised to incorporate several changes around the previously minor character, Bonnie. In 1987, the show would see a second revival, opening at the Vivian Beaumont Theatre at Lincoln Center, surpassing the total run of 1934 by 364 performances. With Patti LuPone, Howard McGillin, Bill McCutcheon, and Anthony Held playing starring roles, the production would go on to be nominated for 10 Tony Awards, winning for Best Revival of a Musical, Best Featured Actor, and Best Choreography. 2 years later, Anything Goes would open at the Prince Edward Theatre in London, with co-producer Elaine Page in the starring role of Reno Sweeney, along with then-partner lyricist Tim Rice. With the success of the West End production, the show transferred to Australia that same year, playing in both Sydney and Melbourne. 2002 would see a one-night-only concert performance of the show, performing at the Vivian Beaumont Theatre. In that same year, the National Theatre would revive the musical, opening at the Olivier Theatre and running for 3 months. The production then transferred back to the West End, playing at the Theatre Royal for 11 months. In 2011, the Stephen Sondheim Theatre would play host to the show's third Broadway revival, produced by the Roundabout Theatre Company. Directed and choreographed by Kathleen Marshall, would bring Sutton Foster as Reno, Joel Grey as Moonface Martin, Laura Osnes as Hope Harcourt, and Colin Donnell as Billy Crocker. The production was not only well received by the critics, but it also earned 9 Tony nominations, winning for Best Revival of a Musical, as well as Best Choreography and Best Actress, going to the one and only Sutton Foster. After the success of the revival in 2011, Anything Goes would begin with a U.S. tour, starting at the Playhouse Square in Cleveland, Ohio, along with 25 other major cities. A UK tour would then commence in 2015, playing 32 venues in its 9-month run. The success of the musical prompted a 2021 revival in the West End, bringing back director-choreographer Kathleen Marshall, with Sutton Foster resuming the lead for her London debut. The production not only received rave reviews, but broke box office records and received 9 Olivier Award nominations and recorded a live performance for cinema distribution. The continued success of the production didn't just happen on stage. In 1936, Paramount Pictures would turn the musical into a movie starring Ethel Merman and Bing Crosby. In 1954, Ethel Merman reprised her role of Reno Sweeney in a specially adapted live television version, with co-star Frank Sinatra playing the new hero, Harry Dane. This version was broadcasted live as an episode of the Colgate Comedy Hour. Anything Goes is a classic American musical that continues to be performed and enjoyed by audiences around the world. It is a true celebration of love, laughter, and the power of music to lift our spirits. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to today's video. If you enjoyed this, please comment on what you liked or disliked. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to see other videos like this, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, that's a wrap.